Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Hope everyone is safe out there. So today's DIY is more like a quarantine DIY because I wanted to just use things literally in my house, so I just literally went around to see what I had. So I decided to remake my headboard, and this is just the old board that I had on there originally. So I'm basically just taking this piece of wood. I chose it because it's not too thick, and I'm going to trace each side of it. So I'm just going to go on each corner and do a triangle to start off. And the reason why I'm tracing each side is because I'm going to end up cutting that space in between out. I don't have a specific way or order or ideal in mind of the pattern I'm going for. I'm just basically going with the flow. So you could do this like in uniform, or you can do this abstract. I actually think abstract would look nice also. So after this is done, I am going to get my razor and I'm going to go over every line that I drew. And then I'm going to get my scissors and cut every piece out. By the way, this DIY costed me $0. Everything that is used in this video I already had. And if you don't have foam board, you can just use cardboard and it works the same. And I'm making sure I cut those pieces in between each shape out also. And this is how it looked when I was done. And then I traced every shape so I would have a pattern, the pattern traced on the board underneath. And then I got the mirror tape and I went over the pattern with the tape so that that part will show when I start adding the shapes back on. Now for the back of the board, I just got 2 pieces of cardboard and I put duct tape on it, and then I got my wire and I wrapped it around. And I did the same thing for the other piece. And this will be how my headboard will hang, like a picture frame. But of course, if you know a better way, then you can do that way, obviously. Again, this is an at-home DIY. I didn't go to the store for anything, so that was the challenge. So this was an old silk sheet I've had, and I stopped using it because it kept sliding off of my bed. So I've already pre-cut all the fabric for the shapes, and these scissors are so raggedy, but I made it work. So I'm going to show you a couple ways that I did the shapes. The first way I tried was to hot glue it around the piece of foam board, and this was actually the worst way to do it for me, in my opinion, because you weren't able to smooth things out after you already glued it down. So I'm going to do it this way to show you how I did it this way, and then I'm going to show you the next way I did it. Wow, that even took longer to do. And my next idea was to use tape, and the reason why is because if things didn't turn out the way I wanted them to, I could just take the tape back up, peel the tape back up, and just reapply it. And it was also less permanent. And I also did use the hot glue gun for this, but only for the corners. So I finished covering all of my shapes, and then I pretended this was a puzzle and I put every piece where it belonged. And this is when all the pieces were put where they belonged. It was then time to glue everything down. So I just went piece by piece and started to glue everything. I found the easiest way was to put a dab of hot glue on each corner. And this is how it looked when everything was glued down. And here's the final look. And I also added this mirror towel in between each shape. there you have it, my quarantine DIY. It was a challenge, but we made it happen. Thank you guys for watching.